I've seen lots of different kinds of recycling in many places, but not once have I seen used needles being recycled. A mother with her child washing the clothes from the water, which is essentially sewage.
Sometimes there's violence.
What kind of violence? So this is an aphrodisiac.
This is a chicken bowels.
Chicken bowels.
Tana is not Tana without traffic.
Inside. Oh wow.
There's a little baby and then
There's the wall separating between the sewage river and the back. How many people are living in this house here? Madagascar. I know what you're thinking.
I like to move it.
Madagascar has some of the most unique wildlife and plant life on the planet, but you never really hear much about the cities in Madagascar. So let's jump on a plane and fly to the complete other side of the planet to find out what the cities are like on the ground. Here we go, Madagascar.
Madagascar is facing the world's first climate change famine.
Good luck for your dad.
income.
I like to
Welcome to Antananarivo, mouthful I know, capital city of Madagascar here. Known as Tana by the locals, so we'll use that name. Great to be here. I know Madagascar is quite unknown relatively apart from the cartoon. We're gonna go to one of the neighborhoods which has got a bit of a rough reputation. So we'll head up there now, see what this place has to offer. The history here is absolutely fascinating. The people are really interesting because the ancestors of Madagascar are actually partly Southeast Asian and then partly Sub-Saharan African. So it's a really interesting mix and you can see it in the people and how they look and everything. Let's go explore the city and see what it has to offer. So something really interesting being a former French colony is you've got the old Citroen 2CVs here for taxis and then you've got the old Renault 4s. So really cool. Bonjour.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Ça va?
Ça va bien.
Okay, so we've just arrived at one of the apparently roughest areas of the city here. We've met up with some cops and they're gonna look over us, which is really nice of them. We're here with Manitra. Manitra's my local guy. You're gonna be keeping me alive, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. Good to be here. So are the police going to look after us?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can see here people just selling all kinds of things on top of the rubbish dump, actually. Whatever they can dig up from the dump and then sell. And then also people dumping stuff. But they're recycling used needles here. I've seen, lots of different kinds of recycling in many places, but not once have I seen used needles being recycled. So this man is stripping down tires and making sandal. Oh wow. So where do you get the tires from?
There's stores that are fixing the tires.
And how much does it cost for one tire?
Okay, so the smaller ones are 5,000 ariary, so roughly €1.
€1 for a tire.
The big one over here is roughly €2.
€2. How many sandals can you make from this tire?
Okay, so there's both sides. So in total you can make
Four pairs.
eight pairs.
8 pairs.
With one tire.
And what's the price of one pair?
Is 8,000.
8,000.
8,000 or 10,000 maximum.
Okay, so
a pair.
It's like €2, right?
Yes, roughly €2.
So 8.2. So he's making €16 from a €1 investment. That's pretty good, right? So these sandals are made out of car materials.
Yes.
That's quite something, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Amazing. You can do the split.
RSP.
Cheers.
Mamangatak.
You want some money?
Mamangatak aquele, se comecei a catarramia. Mamangatak aquele. So.
Oh, what's he got on his lip?
Mamangatak aquele. Wala cham le yam venu.
What's he saying?
Alo eri. Alo eri fa matawa nul.
Wow. Is he gonna bottle it? Oh my.
Oh la la! Oh la la!
You okay? Wow.
Fa manino naman gufti. Ba me kelen fi.
Don't really know what to say about that. Oh,
yes.
glass is going in the
he's
in the river.
to impress you.
There's kids with bare feet here. Eh? Definitely wasn't expecting that. It was quite the shock. At first we were a bit unsure if he was going to swing the bottle our way, but then he walked away and obviously bottled himself, but the cops didn't seem to mind too much. They recycle like everything. These are all yogurt containers. Then you've got, I think this is paint containers, spray paint, just cans, old bottles of everything, and margarine containers. Apparently in rainy season, which is in about a month, this just rises, but you can see the kids are washing themselves inside here, but it's all really dirty, and you've got waterborne diseases and bacteria here. People are actually just working, recycling, and living in these shacks here, so it's quite harsh conditions obviously, but the vibe here is quite nice. People are very welcoming and friendly. Manitra, my local friend here, was just telling me that, you know, Madagascar is a place that you can survive generally no matter how much money you have, and there's always a way to hustle and make money. You can see PlayStation 2 controllers. People really hustle here, obviously. They get by, according to Manitra.
Oh, she's just playing like a kitchen.
Right, oh,
So
she's pretending to
this is-
cook.
Yeah, this is the peels of one seed called cola.
Oh,
So
okay.
inside,
Yeah.
it's actually for man to get strong.
Okay.
You know, to be strong, like in bed or to be
Okay, so it's like an aphrodisiac.
There's aphrodisiac stuff
Really?
that they
This
sell.
stuff.
But
So this is an aphrodisiac.
yeah.
Do people here drink this water next to us?
I don't think so.
No?
No, not that one. Oh, there's a water pump over there.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
But they wash in this, right? I just saw some kids washing
yeah,
in
I
here.
think so, yeah. Yeah,
Washing.
laundry.
A laundry.
Laundry.
So I'm not sure if you caught that, but the people here, they have water for drinking down at a local pump, but they actually wash their clothes here, you can see. So a mother with her child washing the clothes from the water, from which is essentially sewage, and the kids are washing in it. But it's very paradoxical because the atmosphere here is quite positive and people are really happy and at least seemingly happy and smiling and welcoming, but obviously they're washing their clothes in sewage. So oh wow.
Okay, so these are for pigs.
Oh, there's pigs around here.
Yeah.
Inside.
Oh.
Salamu. Bonjour. So we're coming inside one of the houses here. Oh wow. There's the wall separating between the sewage river and the back, and then here we just have these makeshift just shacks, and so they're living here, the pigs.
There's a little baby and then 3 months old.
3 months.
Yeah, boy.
Oh boy, wow. How many people are living in this house here?
4 people.
4 people live in here. Oh, a bedroom. So there's another bedroom back there. See the couch and everything. Can you ask this gentleman, is it mainly the pigs that he makes money from?
This is just complementary income stream.
Right.
The pigs, they live on the recycled bottles and cans that they sell out, just so you can see outside.
You'd think that pigs would make more money than recycling, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
Yeah.
But they sell the baby pigs, you know, after 2 months they sell them.
Oh, really?
So it's going on, yeah. These are all females, so they're gonna have one male to mate them. And then, so there's one person who actually rent the male just for the mating.
Oh, okay. How much does a piglet sell for?
Oh, like about 200 up to 300,000 ariary.
Is life comfortable here for these people, or is it difficult, or is it something in between?
Life is actually tough. Life is tough, but thanks to this, alternative income, they can use it for emergency. Like when a baby's born, for example, they need to go and deliver the baby in a proper place, just in case somebody falls ill, like gets sick. Then they have to sell the pig very quickly.
Right.
That's a very quick money.
So the pigs are basically like insurance for a rainy day. Yeah, in case something bad happens and they have the pig, they can sell it and then pay for medical bills.
Absolutely.
Right. Merci.
Okay.
Au revoir.
Okay.
Merci. Merci. Yeah, sure. Merci. Nice to meet you. Merci. Au revoir. Wow, the friendliness of the people. Merci, monsieur. Au revoir. Au revoir. People are so kind. It's unbelievable. Wow. That's, like people are friendly everywhere, but it's notched up a bit here for sure.
They actually have a container, like a bucket.
Yeah.
That's got a cover. It reminds me of my childhood when I grew up in the country, and then we would have that. We would basically use that at night. Like, you don't want to go out, because usually the houses in the countryside are like, you have separate bathroom. In the midnight, you don't want to go outside, for fear of wild animals. You live in the country.
So most of these people will be.
That's what they are using as well.
Using inside the huts. They go to the toilet and then they probably come out and pour it into the river.
And then pour it in
and then wash their clothes in the same place.
Yeah, that's right.
Gladiators. Somebody actually died here last night, and this is still hot, but these are tires that they lit on fire. And apparently the body is still in one of these shacks here.
This is the chicken bowels.
Chicken bowels?
No, this is chicken blood.
Chicken blood, and then you've got the chicken foot.
Chicken bowels, there's this thing over here. And then you've got the chicken legs and then head, obviously. And then Madagascar chili pepper over there.
Chicken head, foot, some cartilage or something, and then the blood. And what's the price for, how much does it cost for the blood?
100 ariary. It's probably 1 cent.
1 cent?
Yeah.
Is this a good business?
It's not really very good.
No. Merci. Au revoir. Ciao.
La phrase, chief ça.
Oh wow.
Ça va, bébé,
Ça va.
c'est bien. Ça habite Madagascar. La village.
I live in Madagascar.
Madagascar.
I have 5 children.
Karam.
And I work. I have my livelihood.
Right. Is this the bar here?
Yeah. He graduated from high school.
Okay.
And we plus 2 years at the university. I'm gonna deliver this in
Mana vola de veu.
So he sells all these bottles for 40,000.
Yeah,
there's money.
Yeah,
Naivo is his name. Naivo has money.
Naivo
has money.
Nick. Son Nick. Frere.
This is a bar, yeah. This is my brother. His brother.
Oh, your brother. Right. Nice to meet you. And what kind of alcohol do they serve here?
Beers and then Madagascar rum. So 80 proof. This Madagascar rum is
80 proof.
80 proof.
Wow.
It's illegal.
Okay.
Like you drink it during the exhumation parties.
This is homemade. You make it?
You want to try it?
Nah, dude.
No.
Sumasaka ulit.
I might go blind, eh? And is this a good business?
Business. Madibun China uni. Madin Chen. Sti Madin Chini. Nepa.
Okay.
Now slow.
Slow.
This is 1 liter and a half. It takes 4 days to sell this out.
Really?
To show you that it's not moving.
How much does it cost?
Like €1.
€1 for a liter and a half.
This 1 liter and a half.
That's
€1.
a cheap way to get drunk for a foreigner, right?
Sapa no pula ding pi.
I do rugby.
Australia.
Oh, rugby?
Rugby ya.
You like rugby? Right.
Matadak. I'm strong.
Nova Zelanda?
New Zealand. Australia.
The bottle guy's back. Can you tell him I'm from New Zealand?
All Blacks.
All Blacks, yeah.
All Blacks.
Rugby, yeah.
Kriek.
He's been reenacting the haka, which is a Maori war dance that they use also at the start of rugby games. Rugby seems to be really popular here. I think he was supposed to do some business for some people and they're getting impatient, right? Right, the bottle guy's back again. What's the girl saying?
No, she's asking for her number.
So they're doing business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's taking too long, so they want the money and the orders back. So they took away that bag of bottles, right? Is it safe around here? Is there much crime, or is it okay? Safe?
Sometimes there's violence.
What kind of violence?
Like when, like just a little bit of a fight, and also there are pickpockets stuff. Like when people pass by, they snatch stuff away from them. They're brothers. And they're married to 2 sisters.
Okay.
So this is the younger sister of his wife.
So 2 sisters and 2 brothers. All right. Well, merci. Merci.
Okay.
Merci. Cheers. So there's a kid on that side of the wall in the sewage, and then he's finding bottles and then passing them through to this girl here. Will people actually buy things like heads of old dolls? This is worth money?
Everything is worth it. It's just like...
You know, like us in the West, we'll throw away new phones and get new stuff all the time, and we'll throw it away. And then here, you know, they make use of every last little nut and bolt and everything. You know, as much as we, you know, think that in the West our lives are more advanced in many ways, I think we can learn so much from this kind of, you know, because this is so much better for the planet, and, you know,
Absolutely.
It's amazing. It's a big world for a little puppy. 2 weeks old.
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks old.
There's a nice atmosphere here, but obviously it's extremely difficult conditions, but there's a nice sense of community and welcoming, very welcoming people.
Absolutely.
Been very kind to me, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is traffic a big problem here, or?
Oh my God! I mean, traffic. Tana is not Tana without traffic. That's what my very first American tourist said in November 2001. He said, "Tana is not Tana without traffic."
Could you explain the meaning behind the city's name? Because I think it's quite interesting, right, about the soldiers?
Right, so we had a king. He founded this city here, 1600. He brought 1,000 soldiers here to conquer the city. You know, at that time, this city was covered by forests, just for us. So he had his soldiers with him, and there were 1,000 of them. Antananarivo, the city of 1,000 soldiers that cannot be killed in one day.
The city of 1,000 soldiers that cannot be killed in one day is what Antananarivo means.
Antananarivo,
Wow. It's got to be one of the longest city names in the world, right? I spent like a day practicing Antananarivo, so I could pronounce
you're
it.
doing it very well. You're almost there.
Almost.
It's absolutely amazing.
So we've come up to the top of the city and you can see this old French architecture. The city is really, it's actually taken me by such surprise. It's fascinating, and the history here is astonishing. Obviously a complete contrast to down by that sewage river there, so always interesting to see both sides. You can just imagine these places in their peak times. They must have been really something to behold. So you're saying this lake, it's in the shape of a heart, and it was a gift to a queen, right? From who gave it to the queen?
Jean Laborde, the French.
Okay, a French guy gave it to a Madagascar queen. Man-made lake, made it into a heart shape as a
looks like
representation of his love.
And then the French started building the war memorial.
Okay.
After the
war memorial.
Yeah. It's an angel. Well, actually, this war memorial was made of melted cannons.
Seriously?
We were in the front in Algeria. Yeah, we were fighting along with the Algerians to protect the French. So this stadium here was named after Barea. Barea is our national soccer team that actually was doing very well in 2019. We beat Nigeria.
Oh, yeah?
We beat all these big teams, Nigeria was 2-0, 2-0.
Really?
Can you believe this? So that came the idea of offering this, stadium.
The stadium was built by the Chinese, was a loan from the Chinese, but unfortunately it wasn't built up to acceptable safety standards by FIFA, so unfortunately they can't host any FIFA games in this stadium.
2.5 years old,
And it's already unsafe for FIFA standards.
That's what they said.
So here's the Citroen 2CV, and we got our driver here. What was the driver's name, sir?
Mr. Celestin.
Mr. Celestin? Okay, nice to meet you. And how old is this 2CV?
35 ans.
35 years old.
Have you had it that whole time?
Nananao kasi ito 23 ans.
Yeah, he's been having this for 23 years.
So you've always had it as a taxi, or was it for personal use before that?
Ito na kasi kawasan natok taxi phone.
For 2 years, he was using this as a personal car at
nice.
home. Ever since, it's been used as a taxi.
Is life good here?
Atun moyan.
Yes, average.
Average.
Average. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good.
Merci beaucoup. Merci.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Makasih.
So we've just come into this beautiful old French cafe that was actually established in 1928, and you can see they've kept the patisserie and bakery, and it's beautiful. Travelling the world has shown me the true beauty of places like Madagascar, a country full of culture, resilience, struggles, and natural wonders that often go unnoticed, like the rest of the Global South. The Global South is a group of countries spanning Africa, Asia, and other less developed nations with relatively weaker economies. Many people and nations have personal beliefs on why that may be, like Putin, who recently hosted Global South leaders for his aim to counterbalance Western influence. Grand News, who are the sponsor of today's video, found hundreds of sources reporting on this from across the political spectrum and around the world, making it easy to access diverse and local perspectives. Africa News reported on how this move defies Western isolation, while the South China Morning Post wrote, "This cooperation is meant to create a fair world order," while US-based Breitbart sees this as anti-American. The media can sometimes create one-dimensional narratives based on their own biases, which is why I appreciate having access to Ground News. They're an independent app and website that pulls together news from around the world, so readers can compare diverse perspectives with context on their unique biases. Their Vantage plan also also gains me access to their international blind spot feed that surfaces important stories missing from the left and right media bubble. It really helps me see the whole picture and not jump to conclusions, something especially useful before visiting somewhere new. I believe Ground News's goal to bridge the gap between global perspectives is really important. Their approach to supporting their platform through subscriptions and not ads keeps them focused on transparency. So if you want to see Madagascar and other places in their true light, check out Ground News at ground.news/indigo or scan this QR code. You'll get a massive 50% discount on the same unlimited access Vantage plan I use. Thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it. So we've just come to one of the more elite neighborhoods. You can see the villas up on the hillside here. What kind of people would live in these neighborhoods?
Business people and diplomats.
Right. Beautiful views along here. Is there much middle class here, or is it?
There's huge gap.
Right.
Insane. I'd say during the 60s we had more middle class people.
What's changed for them to dwindle?
Changed political regimes from capitalism to communism.
Quite the introduction there to Antananarivo, capital city of Madagascar. That guy smashing the bottle over his head was probably the most memorable part of the day. But also just this city is such an interesting fusion of so many different cultures, obviously, because the history here is so dense and rich. More to come from Madagascar. I'll see you in the next video and we'll explore more of this fascinating place. Great to be back. Thanks for your patience. I have actually been back to the same country, not this one, in Asia twice in the past few months trying to film there. But the first time the city was controlled by military, the second time floods and monsoons, so I wasn't able to film there, hence the space between the last video. But here we are, the sun's out in Madagascar, so thanks for bearing with me, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.